Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Emma's Vlogs. And this is, again, for many people, their favorite segment, been the most popular in my vlogs over time. We're up to number 31. It means 31 weeks of her training have been documented, her progress. As you guys can tell, she's down another pound. We're almost finished with the cut. She's about 1 pound from the lowest body weight we've decided is good for her to be at. Which is 138 is where we've capped her at. And, then she'll bulk back up after this. But as you guys can tell, she's gotten very lean. Her waist is small, and yet she's over 30 pounds heavier than when she did, bikini type competitions. And obviously a hell of a lot stronger. We've deadlifted 315, both sumo conventional. She's benched like 155, 160, with a pause. Here she is doing 12 chins. So, we're in a real good place. But, again, we're reaching the, lower threshold now of where she's comfortable being in terms of body fat, what we've set for weight. And so we are in the very near future going to start bulking back up. Now, she had hit a very small PR on that one lift. And that was a football bar bench against mini bands. Because, again, if we're running the conjugate system, we rotate our ME lifts every week. For those who are unaware with Conjugate, and I only run a few clients on Conjugate still. It's right for some people. She thrives on it. And so we continue to run it because she enjoys it. Afterwards, her accessory work, we do right now pause benching. We do chins. All right, we do chin-ups. We do tricep extensions. All right, and then on her speed days, we do dumbbell bench instead of the flat pause bench. So again, because she's cutting, volumes have come down, total exercise selection comes down. That's something I think people forget. They get in this mindset of when they cut, they want to do more. Well, we know that that's not good, right? You should have built that muscle mass when you were bulking, right? You're not going to be building muscle when you cut, and the more work that you accumulate, the harder it is to recover. For her max effort deadlift, we did conventional deadlift against around 45 pounds of band tension, the way they're looped over like that. She pulled a nice clean. I think that was 275 before the bands, which again, nice good training max. We're not trying to take these to the limit. Afterwards, I have her do, right now we're doing cambered bar good mornings here, which you guys see. We do split squats, and usually she does them, if she's doing them at home, we use a safety bar. If she's at a commercial gym, we use dumbbells and things. But we have the option of dumbbells at home also. She's got those Bowflex dumbbells. And that actually is pretty good lower body development. All right, a few sets of each of these, for considering we have 2 leg days each week, that's plenty. All right, we handled all the posterior chain. This is handling all the quads and adductors. And then, of course, we do reverse hypers. And for her, the reverse hypers, we always do really high reps. I've never taken them heavy for Emma. That's something we might work on if we decide that we need more deadlift lockout strength, for example. Right, the top half of her deadlift starts to struggle. On a conventional pull, then we might rotate these in and do them heavy. But for now, I do them as just restoration, back health, all that stuff. But I will point out they're one of the best glute builders. But everything we're doing is a glute exercise. Right? All her lower body movements are glute exercises, so it's not really, a big deal. And all my lifters have big, strong glutes. You guys will notice that once they've been on my team a while. The men and the women both. Then she does, again, hanging leg raises, which I love as a squat accessory. Love it as a squat accessory. And I like other ab work, but people always bring that up, like, why do you really like this one? Because of the squat carryover, because of the hip flexor involvement. Okay. And I agree with Dave Tate on that. Dave Tate has been quoted as saying, I've heard him say it on camera before, the hanging leg raise might actually be the single best squat accessory. I wouldn't say he's far off the mark. Speed bench, she does band work. We do a lot of band tension, and we do very light bar weight. Okay. And we rotate grips. So she does a third of them wide, then medium, and then close grip. So we rotate our grips there. Then we do chins. She hit 12 chins on her best set both days. Again, this is something we do for her when cutting, again, to avoid body image stuff from reoccurring. Because, again, she did do bodybuilding in the past. We focus on performance when cutting, and chin-ups and pull-ups are one of the things that we can focus on performance while cutting, right? Because things like your bench might stagnate and regress and stuff, but your pull-ups and chin-ups, if you aren't losing muscle, should get better. Hey, they should get better as we lose weight. And on this day, because she already does the speed work with a bar for a lot of her volume, we do dumbbell presses. Right now, again, this is what we're doing in the current slot. So we do chins, we do dumbbell presses, we do tricep press downs. Right? Entire upper body's being worked. Every muscle in the upper body's being worked here. You know, people can argue about the degree to which, but you can't argue that it's not all being worked. All right. Her dynamic effort lower days, of course, we get a lot more dynamic volume because we speed squat and we speed pull. So when we get over to that, she's doing, again, we do band work. I do band work when possible for all of my people on speed if they're set up to do it. You know, that's kind of one of the things when I get people who are like, well, I want to run conjugate and they're not set up with bands or chains. I don't know that's the right system for them. I'd rather run you on just normal barbell work. You know, if that's the case, because we're losing a lot of the benefits of this system. The speed work against accommodating resistance is kind of a big part of the way this programming works. And I don't like mixing and matching programming styles. Right? I don't like it. It's not necessarily as successful as people would like to think it is. So this wave, we're now doing conventional speed pulls. And I rotate those on her about every 3 weeks, for those who haven't picked up on the pattern. Then we do split squats. And I'm not doing extra posterior chain work here. Why? Because we have box squat and a speed pull both. And then we have reverse hypers at the end. Posterior chain's getting plenty of work. So if anything, I want to get a little more quad and adductor for her here. Because she is right now a slightly better deadlifter than she is squatter. So again, we put the work where it needs to be prioritized. You know, and this exercise works quads, adductors, glutes. Right? And then, of course, we finish up with reverse hypers and the hanging leg raises again, which we've covered, repeatedly as to why we do these. You guys know why I like them, why I program them for different people. All right. Again, these are a lot of staple lift for a lot of my lifters, depending on what equipment they have. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.